Good morning, y'all. I got something on my heart this morning. I just woke up. And this word hit me like a ton of bricks. Had myself in there crying. When I was with my husband, I was with him for 16 years. 16. And every last one of them years, I would cry myself to sleep at night, laying next to my husband. I was still lonely laying next to him. I was still scared. I didn't feel protected. I didn't feel that he loved me. And he didn't, the way he treated me and my kids. I used to make appointments to kill myself. I was in church. I was living, me and my kids, my husband, we was all living together. The church is going to remain nameless because of who the pastor is. I went to church. Took my kids to church. Some of the message that was preached was hitting me. It was freeing me a little bit. But even while I was in church, I was making appointments to kill myself. I've sat and held a gun to my own head. I've sat in front of bottles of pills and alcohol and was getting ready to do myself in. I made plans to come home after church. Slit my wrist and sit in the bathtub and let my kids find me dead. My little 3 kids, just little bitty kids. I stopped going to church. The more I prayed, the worse I would feel. But the message that the pastor was saying is what helped free me. The first time. It wasn't God, it wasn't Jesus. It was the message that he was preaching. So I called on Lucifer. I said, Lucifer, God ain't never done nothing for me. If you take me away from this man, I promise you I will worship you for the rest of my life. That's what I said to Lucifer. He freed me the first time, but he freed me physically. Lucifer freed me physically. He freed me physically of that man. But because I forgot about my pact with him, I ended up right back with him. Right back with him. The second time I called on Lucifer was in 2019. The second time, I was in deep meditation. I was meditating, and I started to reflect on everything that was going on, everything that had happened to me, every situation and circumstance, and I just laid myself down. The second time I called on Lucifer, I was laid to rest. I'm going to say that again. The second time I called on Lucifer, I was laid to rest. That means that day that I called on Lucifer in 2019, I died. That old me died. That weak woman died. That abused woman died through meditation. I died. The old me is no more. I was in deep meditation. As I meditated, I got closer and closer and deeper within myself. The more I was able to get closer to my core, the closer I was able to get to me. I was laid to rest. Lucifer gave me access to work with the Legion. That's external. Lucifer also gave me the keys to freeing myself. He gave me the keys to free myself. He said to me, you free yourself. You got to free yourself. You got to free yourself. And I was like, I don't know how to free myself. Your mind, your heart, your soul, your feet, your hands. I was in bondage. Not only was I in bondage, stuck with a man, I was in mental and emotional bondage. I was stuck. I was in the bondage of the mind, the bondage of the hands, the bondage of the heart, bondage of the feet. I was in bondage. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. The closer I got to my core, the more I began to protect myself. The more I began to respect myself. The more I began to confide in myself and have confidence in myself. The closer I got to my core. It wasn't me praying to no God. It wasn't me reading no Bible stories. It was me meditating. The closer I got to myself on the inside was the closest I got to freeing myself. When I found out who my true core is, what she looks like on the inside, I became more protective of myself. I became more defensive of myself. I became more respectful of myself, knowing who my inner core is. I began to ask myself, does any of this that is on me belong to me? Does any of this that is weighing me down, is it my cross to carry? Is it my bags to carry? Is it that anvil and them balls and chains behind me? Is that for me to drag and pull? It wasn't mine. All of that shit that I had in me was impressed on me by other people. Nothing belonged to me. Nothing. None of it belonged to me. I began to take my mind and I started sawing at that motherfucker. I said, I love me. I love myself too damn much to allow myself to be put in bondage of my mind. So I respected my mind more. I watched my thoughts. I loved myself. I freed my mind. I took a look at my heart and I said that shit is nasty. The way that I talk about people, the way I've been treating people. Because of my bitterness and my pain. Ain't no sense in me taking it out on nobody else. Because it didn't belong to me in the first place. So I took it and I said I love me. I respect me. And I took that shit and I saw everything that was not of me. I took that shit and I threw it away. Because it didn't belong to me. It did not come from me. It did not originate from me. My core. It didn't come from me, so I'm not carrying it. So I freed my mind, I freed my heart. I freed my hands. I'm not doing nothing nobody told me to do. I'm not going to be oppressed. Ain't nobody going to tell me what to do with my life. Ain't nobody going to have no say-so over my life. So I love myself. I love my life. And ain't nobody going to tell me what to do with my shit. Can't nobody tell me what to do with my life. Ain't nobody going to take shit from me. Can't nobody do shit to me. Through meditation, deeper and deeper I got. The deeper I got, the closer to me I found. My feet, slow dragging. Doing what everybody told me to do. Meeting everybody's expectations. Walking just like the next motherfucker. Which made me similar to them. Knowing who I am, I took that motherfucking thing. I saw that spiritual saw, and I took that and I started sawing at my feet. I said, that don't belong to me. That ain't where I'm trying to go. I'm not trying to compete with nobody. I'm not a dolphin. Can't nobody tell me what to do with my life. Can't nobody take shit from me. Can't nobody do nothing to me. Can't nobody tell me how to live my life. I walk where I want to. I go where I want to go. Not based off of what somebody else tells me. I freed myself. I love me. Is what you gotta say. When you sitting in that dark corner by yourself, you laying next to your husband or your wife crying yourself to sleep at night. You in the shower, curled up in a ball, or you sitting in a hot ass bathtub, ready to take yourself the fuck out. Don't do it. Meditate. How many of them thoughts is really belong to you? You gotta ask yourself that. None of them do. This shit ain't for the weak. This is for the rest of your life. You don't just go meditate for a week and say, oh, I'm fine now. Oh, yeah, I'm going to meditate for like 7 days and then I'll be straight. This ain't for no week. This ain't for no 1 week. Takes years. This ain't for the strong. This is for the weak, the broken, the lame, the lied on, the cheated, the beaten, the destroyed, the ones that was left for dead like me, the misfits, the loners, the reject, the hate, the abused. Yeah, I knocked 2 holes in my motherfucking ceiling because my neighbor's kids just boom, 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 just jumping. Look, there they go up there. There's no sky daddy coming to save you. Lucifer told me, I'm not freeing you. I got you out, but you got to free yourself. There's nobody going to come and save you. You got to be your own damn savior. You either gonna follow after the shit or you gonna take up thy bed and walk. Take your life in your hands. Look at it. Figure out who you are and say enough is enough. You got to cut that shit away. Anything that did not originate from you, you got to let it go or it's going to destroy you. I am come to help the weak, the loners, the misfits, the rejects, because I was one of them. The black sheep of the family, nobody wanted. Everybody passed me over, and they still to this day do. They don't know who the fuck I am. Oh, but I'm coming, baby. And they gonna regret every day that they ignored me, ignored my pleas for help, let me sit out on the front porch in the freezing motherfucking cold while I'm pregnant and my oldest son is with me. They gonna regret the day. that they rejected me. I'm come for those who need to wake up, for the weak, for the misfits, for the rejects, for the motherfuckers that was abused, damn near killed, lied on, stolen, cheated, mistreated, abused. I know what that shit is like. I know what it's like to have nobody love you. To have absolutely nobody to call on when you need help. To absolutely have nobody there. Nobody. Sending text messages for help. I need help. Can you help me? He's about to do this, and that. I need your help. Well, you shouldn't have left with him in the first place. No. Oh, I'm here and I'm there and can you help me? No answer. No call. No response. Fuck them. They not my family. That's disgusting. Get up. Cut yourself loose, because nobody's going to do it for you. Get your asses the fuck up. Meditate. Go stand your motherfucking feet in some damn grass with no socks and no shoes on, and link up with the planet Earth and get your power coming up through your feet into the outside of your mind. Bring it up. Because ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to save yourself. You gotta pull that shit out of you. If you gotta cry every motherfucking day and then go to work and then come back home and cry, get that shit out of you. If you gotta sit there and analyze, is this my fault? Did I do this? This is my fault. Do I deserve this? Get up, or that shit's gonna kill you. Me sitting in my bedroom with my door shut, in my bedroom with my kids in the next room with a gun to my head. Because this man was about to drive me motherfucking insane. Had a gun to my head. With my own hand. About to shoot myself with my kids in the next room. That's rock bottom. Get away. Find you a safe place and get the fuck away from that man, from that woman. Yeah, y'all women. Narcissistic ass women. And I think the women is the worst ones. Ain't nobody got time to be playing no mental games. This is life. You born, you live, and you die. But how you die, you can't choose that. But that is a guarantee. Which way you go out is not a choice unless you decide to put a gun to your head and blow your fucking brains out. Start from somewhere. Get up. Get out. Meditate. Evaluate. Ask yourself, is any of them thoughts, those feelings, or them emotions yours? Did they come from you? Ask yourself, why are you allowing this nigga to manipulate you? Ask yourself, why are you allowing this bitch to manipulate you? If you understood the power that you had in you, I do. I know it. I carry it with me every day, all day. The same shit I got, you got. Nobody's coming to save you. You got to save yourself. You got the keys to your mind. You got the keys to your heart. You got the keys to your wrists. You got the keys to your feet. It's up to you to free yourself and leave. To get up and get gone. You got to ask yourself, what the fuck is you going through? Is it worth your life? Is it worth the breath in your body? Taking your last one. Is it worth it? Bye. I hope that I've helped somebody somewhere today free themselves before it's too late. Praises be to Lucifer for this lesson that he has taught me. Praises be to his legion. Stay strong. You was not made to be defeated because you got the keys to your own heart. Once you release yourself from that bullshit that don't belong to you, you are then freeing yourself and you are replacing that with the stuff that you want. That's real power. Take care. Have a safe weekend. Goodbye.